Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kira and today I am doing my June bullet journal setup for 2020. um, Starting off just with a bang, my theme for this month is cactuses. As you can see, I just drew 3 little cactuses on the cover page, and then I kind of drew little cactuses on each one of my main setup pages that I use throughout the month. This is a very simple theme to draw. I just looked at pictures of cactus doodles on Pinterest and kind of sketched them out myself beforehand, and that's about it. I didn't do any crazy big drawings, anything elaborate. I like to do simple things just because I don't have the patience to redraw something over and over again if I know that it's not going to turn out the same every time. I'm very perfectionist when it comes to drawing type of stuff, and so I just don't do it. So yeah, I just did cactuses for my June setup, and then I only have 3 spreads that I do for the month. My bullet journal setup has gotten very simple and simplified down pretty much just from trial and error from the beginning of the year on, of knowing what does and doesn't work for me in my bullet journal. I have made spreads and then proceed to not touch them the entire month. And in my eyes, that means that it didn't work for me, and so then I just don't use it for the next month. So if you watch my videos from the beginning of this year up to now, you'll see that there have been multiple spreads that have come in and come out, and then they never worked out and they just didn't go, and so that's why they're not in here. So starting off with the first spread, obviously it's my calendar. I used to do a really big calendar, but now I've only been making the small one because since I do not have a job, I don't need to be writing out my work schedule for the entire month and writing out my boyfriend's work schedule for the entire month to figure out how we're going to plan everything out so we can drive to where we need to be with only having one car. You can see the shadow of my cat cleaning himself. So I just made a 1-page calendar, which if you have a smaller bullet journal, this probably won't be as easy to do, but my bullet journal is 8 by 11, like a printer paper size, and so I can do the whole calendar on one page that I very much enjoy. And then underneath it, I just have one column where I put important dates, and then the other column is my monthly goals, where I just write down my big plans for the month of goals that I want to achieve. Pretty much all of the goals that are in my monthly goals section are writing related, because I am trying to use this whole quarantine situation to my advantage, and that means I am trying to get as much done in my writing projects as I can before going back to work, if I do go back to work, type of thing. So I have a lot of deadlines coming up by the end of this year for projects. I have a lot of goals I'm trying to hit. I am trying to utilize every NaNoWriMo that I can to make the most of this. So all of my goals are project related. I am trying to get another 10,000 words in the second book for Project Dragon. My main goal, which is my top priority, is to finish the first draft of Project Werewolves, and then my other goal that I'm doing is I am working on the second draft of Project Dragon. And I'm referencing back to May to make sure I get my spacing right, because if I don't get it right, it's going to bug me for the rest of the month, where I just write in important dates and then monthly to-dos. The important dates that I wrote down are, I just wrote down releases of 2 arcs that I've read, because I know for sure for one of them I'm going to do a YouTube video that will go up the day after the book comes out, like a book review type thing. And then the other important date I wrote down is just my deadline for finishing my draft for Project Werewolves. I just wrote it in there as like an extra reminder of like, hey, end of this month, you need to have this draft done because we're trying to get things done. And then I kind of had a battle with Patches for a bit here. He kept on trying to come back and lay on my bullet journal, and then finally he decided to lay down. So then the next page is just my TBR that I do every month. The big box holds the books that I read for the month. I write them down when I start them, and then check them off when I finish them, and write down like my star rating and how many pages there were in them. Then the little skinny box is my Goodreads goal. I am 5 books behind. I feel like I am forever 5 books behind. And then the very bottom box is my stats for the month of like how many pages I've read, what my average star rating is, how many books I reread, how many arcs I read, all that good stuff, which then gets thrown into my reading wrap-ups that I do. Yeah, because I think stats are fun. And then I just drew a little cactus in the big open area. I did do a word tracker last month, but I didn't use it, so I just didn't put it in this month. But I liked having the smaller compact area for my TBR instead of taking up a whole page, so I just drew a giant cactus on the side. I figured it could either be for extra notes, or I could just doodle more cactuses as the month goes on in the area and just kind of fill it up, whatever I'm feeling. Then I'm just using one of the Papermate flares. It's the dark green color to write in all of my stat stuff. I will link everything in the description box, like I always do, of all of the stuff that I use. I try to find pretty much everything on Amazon, so it would be like fast, easy shipping if you're trying to get it. And they will all be linked in the description. I even linked the bullet journal that I use. It was only $15, which is a steal if I say so myself. And it stands up pretty well to markers and coloring things in, which is impressive to me. And then I just colored over each of the important dates and then put the dot on the day that it goes with, so I can just visually see that. Then this next spread, I left the page next to it blank, which I did this last month because I thought I was going to put another spread in and I didn't, and instead it just turned into an excessive notes page. So I just did that again for this month. I didn't write anything on it. I just left it blank to be an excessive note page. And then the other setup is my YouTube video tracker spread that I made way back at the beginning of the year and has worked out for me very well at keeping track of recording and editing videos so far. I have this, as of May of this video going up, I have posted a video every Sunday and Wednesday. I didn't miss a day for upload, which I am very proud of myself on. And I already know the first 3 videos that are going to be going up in June, so I am on top of things. So this spread just helps me keep track of what videos I recorded, what ones have been edited, what ones still need thumbnails, what ones still need to be uploaded, what ones are uploaded but don't have the links put in the description that I mentioned in the video, or don't have the cards or the end cards, all that type of stuff. That's all the spread does for me. I post every Wednesday and Sunday, so the first column is, it alternates whatever the first day of the week is that pops up. So like if the first day of the week that pops up that month is like a Sunday, then all the Sundays are in the first column, and then all the Wednesdays are in the second column, because I do it in chronological order by date, because that just is what makes sense to my brain. So that's how that goes. And then I just write the title in, and then the little middle skinny box is where I keep track of like the recording and everything. And then the underneath box is where I just write notes to myself of things that I want to remember to either add in editing, or add in the description, or link in the cards, that type of stuff. It's just like an extra little notes area for me. And then I just drew some little cactuses at the bottom to keep the theme going. And yeah, really simple spread. I use it every month. I stand by it. It is very helpful for me. And yeah, I decided to go with very muted colors this month because last month I went with very bright colors. I noticed it's kind of like a theme for me. I will switch on and off between like muted colors and bright colors and muted colors and bright colors. So I went with 2 different greens, which at first when I first started recording this video, I thought the greens looked the same on the camera, and I was like, oh god, but they don't look the same. That one of them is very much darker than the other one, and then I put in this like muted yellow just because I love yellow, and if it was up to me, I'd put yellow in every single one of my spreads every month because yellow's my favorite color. But I try to refrain for the sake of other people. Yeah, so I pulled up a calendar on my phone to see what days were what to get the right date for my Wednesdays and Sundays. And then the last spread is just my weekly setup. I have been using the same weekly spread setup for a while. I have been doing like rolling weekly style. So I draw this line. In that little box, I put a calendar so I can highlight what week it is. My weekly tarot, because I pull a tarot card at the beginning of every week to see how the week's going to go, just kind of as like a formality. Then I do my weekly to-dos, things that I'm specifically trying to get done that week, and then I put to-dos and I list out other things that I need to get done, but they're not top priority, and I can kind of move them in on days that I have extra time to get those things done, and then I will write in Monday, and then I'll do my to-do list, and I won't write in Tuesday until the end of the day when I'm done, and like Tuesday's the next day, that type of thing. So that it's pretty simple, and then that is it for this video. I do a quick little flip through at the end so you can see all of my spreads in full frame, and that's about it. So if you enjoy videos like these, please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I post videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I enjoy making these bullet journal setups, and if you enjoy seeing these bullet journal setups, please like this video, and I will put the playlist to the rest of my bullet journal setups at the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!